afternoon, good evening, and good night, and welcome to Throwbacks, where we talk all things cool and retro. Today we've got Ricky Morton, we've got Robert Gibson, we've got the Rock and Roll Express, straight from the guys over there at Major with the big rubber guys. Super stoked about this. Was for some strange reason didn't think that I needed this in my rules of AWA, NWA. For some reason I just brain farted, but luckily the good old Big Bad Toy Store did have these available for pre-order, so I was able to get them and skip out on the aftermarket value, which at last check they're like $100 a piece on the aftermarket. So basically you buy one, you're paying for the two, so basically doubled themselves in value over there on the eBays of the world. So was happy to not have to do that and was able to get them off of eBay. So looking forward to them. These are about a wave or two back at this point. So a few things have come out since then. Since these were put out there, obviously the card on the back isn't as full. So a few things have come out since then, but I think these were kind of held up a little bit, but happy to have some World Championship tag belts going on here. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and crack on these guys and see what's going on with the Rock and Roll Express. Alright, let's get into it. Starting off first with the accessories, which both of them are the same. They are the World Wrestling Champion tag team belts here. As it says there on there. And again, I've said this before, the detail on these is actually pretty good on the sculpt wise. A lot of like the whole tag team, that didn't necessarily have to be there. They could have made these bland and generic, but I think they did a really good job on these. They are bendable rubber esque. They could have gone like a paper or something really cheap, but I think they do a really good job on their belts, and hoping we get a whole lot more belts in the big rubber guys line going forward. I know we're gonna get some AEW things like that, but definitely could use some more NWA, some more big gold that I know is out there with a special flare, but I would like a different flare with that belt. So hopefully we get a different belt or another big gold coming in soon. But what we do have right here is Robert from, what is it, Robert Gibson, there we go, from the Rock and Roll Express. Looks good, looks nice. I think they just had their final tag team match not too long ago, so definitely spent plenty of time there in the business. Now, if you handed me this head, would I know? Probably not on either one of these. That's just probably for my lack of familiarity with these guys. Easy for me to say. But that said, they do look good. I do like the little almost Wolfpack action, the I love you hands going on there. Pretty cool. On the back has a nice spliced open shirt tied at the bottom. Fun detail there. Definitely could have just been a black shirt, but the attention to detail on that is appreciated. Ties in the back. All the little kind of flash and flare. Looks like he may have been working at Shenanigans in his off time there, but that's up for him to decide. Rock and Roll on the pants. Looks really good. Again, the shirt really pops here on Robert Morton for sure. Boots, very nice, very 80s, no doubt about it. Fits the era for sure. Rubber is okay. I would say playability on this is pretty low here. With that, this is definitely more of a you get what you get, and it's going to be a display piece for sure. But eyes look good. I know that can be a problem with the big rubber guys, but eyes look pretty solid here. It looks like we have a little tiny rub here in the hairline. A little bit of miss spray there, but pretty hard to see. So not the end of the world, but pretty solid and does stand with no issues at all. So really, really good there. And now let's get into Ricky Morton. This man is still out there making towns today, as far as I know. Again, like I said earlier, don't think I would know who this is. I would probably honestly know closer who it is if they did an older version of Ricky Morton than I would with this one. Do have some dust in here from the factory. Little blow J there will take care of that, but no issues going on. Kind of the leopard tiger print. Not tiger, definitely leopard print. Maybe giraffe print, we'll go with that. How about that? Giraffe print bandana on the shirt. Tiny bit of overspray on the neck, but again, no issue there. Terry and Robert shirt. Not as cool as the other Rock and Roll Express shirt, but make them different for sure. Little flare again. Also must have been tag teaming it up at Shenanigans. Rock on one side and Roll on the other. Looks really nice. Again, all the flare there at the bottom. Big Rubber Guys stamped there. Shirt open in the back. Solid figures for sure. Let's go ahead and get their belts on. See how they fit on these guys. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let's see here. Okay, well, we got an issue. Which, here, let's see if we can kind of love them a little bit and make them stick. Okay, there we go. A little better. But that one inside foot wants to kind of tuck in a little bit, and that kind of throws off his ability to stand. So something to be mindful of for there. But let's go ahead and get their belts on, see how that looks. And there we have it with the Rock and Roll Express. I gotta say, I don't like how this covers up the shirt. I think the shirt pops so much that I'm not gonna put the belts on these guys. I think the shirts are too good, and that the belts take away and don't add enough for me to want to do that. So for me personally, I'm gonna take the belts off and have them displayed like this. Also, I'm going to take some precautions on where I display Ricky in my Big Rubber Guy collection, because that foot I think is just going to be an issue that might plague him over time, where he might have a problem with falling. So I'm going to go ahead and find a good spot for him where he can kind of be a leaner than so much a fronter. So that's something to take in mind as a negative for sure. I don't think the belts are a negative. That's just a preference on my part. So definitely not a negative in any way. And I can find some other guys down the road who will work well with these tag team championship belts. So all in all, a fun set, a solid set, a needed set by me, no doubt about it. But at the end of the day, those are just my opinions, and I'm sure that you have yours, and we'd love to hear about them in the comments down below. And while you're there, you might as well go ahead and like the video, and of course, subscribe to the channel, as we do post new content every single day. But it is getting to be that time again. It's getting that time to throw one back. So for myself and Uncle BJ, we are going to throw one back, and we'll see you all next time.